Now, from the nation's capital, here's the Pentagon Channel's ATS in brief.
Prior to 9/11, they were always there, taking care of our coastline. Since 9/11, their op-tempo increased with everyone else's. The senior enlisted advisor to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff paid the Coast Guard a visit this week.
They are defenders of our homeland. I mean, 24/7 they're here. Just like these men and women right here, right now, they're patrolling for Potomac to make sure no one gets in. They're very important to me and everyone else.
And this month's edition of Recon on the Pentagon Channel profiles the Coast Guard. You can see more on the 5th branch of the service on Recon, always ready at pentagonchannel.mil.
Recon, a new documentary every month on the Pentagon Channel.
The city of San Diego pulled out all the stops this week as service members, citizens, and local leaders gathered to celebrate the arrival of 2 Navy ships for Fleet Week. The Lane Victory and the Jeremiah O'Brien, 2 vintage cargo ships credited with helping the Allies win World War II, made their way to San Diego Harbor Tuesday. The event honored the city's thousands of military men and women and paid tribute to them for serving America twice. First as defenders of the nation, second as volunteers who have worked hard to improve the quality of local communities. San Diego's annual Fleet Week kicked off September 23rd and will feature ship and base tours, air shows, parades, festivals, and awards into the end of October. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld is in Slovenia for 2 days of meetings with NATO defense ministers. Security was tight for Secretary Rumsfeld's arrival, the 3rd stop on his trip to Europe. He made a quick visit to Montenegro and then to Albania, where he attended the Southeastern Defense Ministerial Conference. He met there with leaders of countries aspiring to join NATO. Secretary Rumsfeld voiced his support for enlarging the 26-nation alliance, but said some have to make reforms before they're considered. Secretary Rumsfeld also expressed confidence that NATO countries will continue to support the military effort in Afghanistan, saying the stability of that country is important to Europe, Asia, and the Afghan people. Spokesmen say one of the topics on the agenda in Slovenia is a stronger commitment of troops and equipment by NATO nations to fight the war in Afghanistan. 2 C-130 crew members from the 86th Operations Support Squadron based in Ramstein, Germany, joined a Botswana C-130 crew to fly 56 Ugandan civil police into Darfur. The bilateral operation marked the first time Botswana provided airlift into Darfur in support of the African Union's peacekeeping mission. A special group of children are taking in the sights of the nation's capital this week. They are burn survivors from across the United States and Canada. For the 11th year, the International Association of Firefighters has sponsored their week-long tour of Washington, D.C. One of the highlights was a special welcome to Fort Myer by the president's own Fife and Drum Corps.
I like it. I think it's a really good opportunity for us to meet other people and get out of the house, get away from school, and just come and visit everything that's here and see a whole nother state. I've never been on the East Coast before.
The children and their camp counselors also got a chance to visit the stables at Fort Myer.
To find out how you can watch the Pentagon Channel where you live, contact Dish Network.
PSP share prices for Thursday, September 28th opened at $11.57 for the G Fund, $11.02 for the F Fund, $14.71 for the C Fund, $17.31 for the S Fund, and $20.15 for the I Fund. For the Pentagon Channel, I'm Army Sergeant Lee McMahon.
Your busy lifestyle, your need for military news. Can't take time to tune in? The Pentagon Channel has a solution. All new, several podcasts and vodcasts you can grab on the go.
ATS in Brief.
All the day's military headlines in a 5-minute vodcast.
DoD briefings.
Every word your leaders say posted in a podcast as soon as the briefing's done.
ATS Reloaded.
A fast-paced half-hour look at the week's top military news in a vodcast you can take anywhere.
Rucksacks and Rations.
Compelling conversations with your colleagues deployed around the globe. Subscribe to one. Subscribe to them all. It's up to you.
And it's what you want when you want it, how you want it.
Pentagon Channel, podcasts and vodcasts. Log on to pentagonchannel.mil to check it out.